My name is Jeremy. I have a website called infiniteaffinity.com. I'm just telling a little bit about myself so people get a sense of what my bend is a little bit. I'm looking to attract friends to inquire, fellowship, truth, affinity, and other things. All based on everyone needs to consult their own authority. I just want to lead the tone and create a flavor of transformation and something I'm very excited about. There's some very unique things that I feel are important, so I feel called to come out in public and share. For me, in this incarnation as Jeremy, my early influences from my father were martial arts, Zen, Taoism, other alternatives, a real no one size fits all, a real mix of things. By the time I was 12, I was doing martial arts like Taekwondo, and by the time I was 15, I was doing Kung Fu and working with meditation techniques. By the time I was 18, I moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I was trying everything in the Milwaukee area that I could get my hands on, from 12 steps to church hopping. I ended up at a school called the Institute of Self Awareness, founded by a woman named Helen Borth, an early pioneer in Reiki and consciousness studies in the Midwest here. I got excited about this real intuitive, coming from the seat of your pants, homespun wisdom that Helen brought. It was very intuitive, very non structured. It was exciting. While I was doing that in my early days, I was trying other things. So my journey was a bit of a look testing out the waters and other processes. So I tried transcendental meditation, went to Fairfield, Iowa, studied books, contemplating moving, contemplated moving to India, doing yoga, and everything I get my hands on, reading books, trying desirelessness, goallessness, um, based on truths that I heard that there is no direction, there is no time, there is no here or there, non-linear reality. So I was kind of wholehearted into this in a lot of ways. Didn't really realize I was on the track until I got out of the importance of trying to get somewhere lofty, whether it was in art school or in the meditation mat. I was trying to get somewhere profound, and it was leaving me actually kind of spacey and unavailable to everyday life and people every day. And some of the pointers that I needed to hear came from the Institute of Self Awareness. So when I decided that every day was my meditation while I was waiting tables and such, my life changed. And that shift kind of happened when, as after I was working as a waiter 20 hours a week or so and doing all kinds of lofty things like painting, drawing, sculpture, meditation, yoga, reading spiritual books, and kind of living that life. I was in a precarious roommate situation, and I realized these identities, these great spiritual ideas, were identities, and they were in my way. And I had to kind of get a couple extra jobs and pull things together in an everyday life sense. And that's when I started realizing that everyday life is the practice. That my mudra is, writing the ticket for the customer, or walking to the car, or driving the car. So I moved out away from heavy practice and getting to a profound place. So since then, that shift might have happened 15 years ago. Since then, I've gravitated towards teachings that point to that this is it. That in this, the unmanifest, the unborn, in this, without waiting, anything can happen: thinking, doing, action, thoughts, feelings. But to remain in that sanctuary of the unmanifest always is sort of an inclusive attitude type of thing more than somewhere to get to. So that's kind of what's been exciting me for the last 15 years, getting towards that. So in the last 2 years, as I've still been involved with Helen Borth's school, the Institute of Self-Awareness, and I kind of been a co-founder of that school over these years, we and I have been looking at these pointers. And one of the pointers most recently that's kind of excited me is who are you, what are you, and have a real investigation of that. So you investigate all the things you think you are, and you see through them. For instance, one of the ones that's kind of tickling my funny bone today is, are you the body? Is that what you are? Look at the body, contemplate it. So through inquiry, we can ask ourselves, if you chopped off your feet, would you still be the body? Would that still be you? And then you could say, well, okay, let's go further. Let's chop off the legs. Are you still you? Are you still the body? Is that still who you are? Where are you in that body? Well, maybe at that point you're from the growing up. So if you chop off your arms, are you still the body? Is that still you? Is that where you are? And you could go on and chop off different areas and still ask yourself, is that who I am? Am I this body? And you might be getting the point already that you can't really assess completely with confidence that you're the body and this is what you are. So if you're chopping off the head and looking at the head, can you say that's what I am? So the fallacy of our assumptions about ourselves become obvious through looking at if this is true. And so I've gravitated towards the non-path, where looking at that, is the body who I really am, is a strategy and a process. What's really the point is that we are who we are without waiting, without ideas, and that isn't in a timeline to get somewhere. So that's kind of what's excited me, and I feel that's different enough in medicine that it needs to be provided for, made available. So there's other teachers that speak to this. Look on the website, on the links page, and on the book list, and feel free to associate with truth in your own way. And you are invited to associate with truth with me and friends, the friends that I happen to attract. So thank you for listening, and have a great day.